1. And we are live. We are live. All of our beautiful faces. Our beautiful faces are here. Everybody say hi.
Sure.
Say hi. All right. So this is our second live recording of our podcast. So bear with us as much as you can, because it's probably not going to be the greatest. You know, that's just, we're all beautiful people, but when it comes to being live, you know, it's a beast of a different name. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started with our new section of funny or interesting stories around the world. And it's actually right or near our backyard in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, where the police department is looking for 3 volunteers to assist in training officers to administer standardized field sobriety tests. So what this means is they want 3 people to get drunk on their dime, mind you, so it's free. But they have requirements. You must be in good health between the ages of 25 and 40 with no history of drug or alcohol abuse, clean criminal history, be willing to drink hard liquor to the point of inebriation. So no beer. No beer. Hard liquor. Sign a waiver releasing the borough of Kutztown of any liability, and have a sober, responsible party take care and control after the training. You will drive. During this field sobriety test, you will be driving in a controlled environment. What do you guys have to say to that?
What day was that?
This was back in January 16th or 17th. Yeah, one of the two.
Do they have a scheduled date for that?
Are you asking because you want to go watch it?
No, because I'm saying Lewistown is going to be shut down.
Oh, it's April 4th. Between 2:30 and 7 p.m.
Wow, they get really drunk. They have to drive all day long, or do they get to drink all day long and then drive?
That's
insane.
I think it's funny that they have minimum requirements. Like, that is what I find, I think, the most funny.
Look at the top comment. Thank you all for your interest in helping us out. We have had an overwhelming response for this.
Of course you did.
And at this point, we have enough volunteers for the training.
Oh,
well, of course you did. You offered to get everybody really drunk and
hold on. Did you see the second one? Did you see the second one? This site is being prejudiced against people over 40. All drunks matter.
I dig it.
Can I bring my Pringles can? Hold on, here you go. Will this count as credit for my community service?
Gosh.
All right.
I would say yes. I would give that to him.
I would think so, yes.
Well, last one. If I'm not picked, can I show up with beer to watch?
Yeah. I was looking to see if they responded. It doesn't look like they did.
That is hilarious.
They don't want to jump down that wormhole.
Is there a spectator area? Will food be offered? Will there be free samples out of the evidence room? I'm 35 and a cheap drunk. Sign me up. Good old.
They had to know what they were doing.
Good old Pennsylvania. Pennsyltucky for the win.
Well, I'm going to take us to the Middle West, to Des Moines, Iowa. The headline of this article is, Man Builds Actual Bomb in Restaurant to Show We're All Too Cavalier About Bomb Threats. When no one called 911 to report this guy's behavior, he called the police department on himself. So this guy, Ivory Lee Washington, went into Akabono 515, a sushi restaurant in Des Moines, Iowa. We can talk about how bad an idea it is to buy sushi in Iowa later. But nonetheless, he goes into this sushi restaurant. And then it says that he started pulling a bunch of items out of the container. And he moved from table to table undisturbed and built a bomb at this restaurant. He built like a pipe bomb, and then at 6:40, when no one had called the police on him yet, he called the police on himself. He told the officers it was fake, but they brought the bomb squad anyway, and they detonated it. It was definitely not a fake bomb. It was a real bomb. And he says he did it. He did it to draw attention to the fact that we don't care about safety.
We don't care about our surroundings. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I will say it was a pretty lame. It was a pretty lame bomb. I mean, it said if Washington had chosen to detonate the device, any customer within 25 feet would have been injured. I mean, 25 feet for a bomb. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna make a bomb and you're gonna go to jail for it, you might as well like go all out, right? I mean, that's just my thoughts.
I guess, but I also am kind of happy he didn't make a bomb that was capable of killing a bunch of people.
I mean, true. But he did say that he had no intentions of blowing it up. Although obviously accidents do happen, but it just sucks that he's going to go to jail for, making a little teeny tiny bomb that he had no intentions on blowing up. But I don't feel bad for him.
I have like a million things to say about this. One, why are you making a bomb in a public place? 2, 25 feet, you have to think about what's explosive inside that 25 feet. 3, true. That's, I mean, age-old saying, if you want something done, you do it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a restaurant. There could be gas lines and all that stuff, propane, all that goodies.
And 4, what an absolute idiot.
What an absolute idiot.
Like Jordan said, who gets sushi in Iowa? I think the only other place that would be worse would be at least South Dakota.
Nebraska.
I don't know. There's probably quite a few places. I'm not getting sushi in Idaho. There's quite a few places I'm probably not buying sushi. Although,
yeah, but they have good salmon up there, though. They have good salmon.
Yeah, but I don't think their Asian population is very. I don't think it's very grand in Idaho.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I will say, I've had some sushi in State College at Wegmans that will blow your mind. So I can't go too far in saying that I'm not going to eat it in all these other places. So, so what is your story, Brandon?
So I'm going to lift the mood. I'm going to have a good story. Remind us why we're all Americans.
Born here.
That's okay. Yeah. All right. Let me say my story. So my story is essentially a wounded veteran, lost his leg. One of his idols was Colin Powell, and he's driving down 95 in Baltimore a couple of weeks ago, and looks over and sees Colin Powell trying to change the tire. Pulls over, and it's the general. Swap hands, they help each other, and it ended up, I mean, it kind of went viral. Nothing crazy, just another person helping another person change a tire, but it was kind of just a heartwarming thing, help your neighbor out. And this guy got to meet his idol, and yeah, that's about it.
I have one question. Did you really find this interesting?
I did. I mean,
or did you just think it was cool?
I thought it was kind of cool.
Okay.
I'm in the military, and I'm telling you, if I was driving down the highway and I saw Mattis with a flat tire, I'd set up perimeter.
I set up perimeter.
I just think it's kind of cool.
Pull out the flares, and all the traffic cones and everything. Like, ain't nobody getting around here calling all your buddies for backup. Yo, we got the general, we got the mad dog out here. We gotta make sure he's safe. Let him change his own tire, but just keep a perimeter around him. No, Mad Dog 2020 was terrible.
No.
Way too much of it in high school. Never drink another one ever again.
Nope. No bum wines. No.
I no more Natty Ice either. I had Natty Ice was like sophomore and junior year of high school when you couldn't afford anything else.
Yes.
Never again. I can say that Mad Dog 2020 and Natty Ice will never go through my body ever again.
Ooh.
MD 2020 peaches and cream, bud.
Oh my god.
Gross.
Just
nasty.
Literally,
nasty.
I get nauseous just thinking about drinking Mad Dog 2020.
It's like alcoholic syrup.
It literally is. It literally is alcoholic syrup.
So bad.
So thick.
It's so bad.
Like I don't even understand. Like, okay, so it was about 8 years ago now. I tried one just because I'm like, I get nostalgic every once in a while. You know, I mean, I think we all do in certain things.
Not for Mad Dog.
And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to try it, you know, and I definitely remember why I stopped drinking it for like 15 years. So all right, going down this rabbit hole a little bit more. Obviously, Brandon, you're drinking some wine right now.
That's water. That's water.
That's water. What's your guys' go-to drinks now? Now that you're a little bit older, you're more refined, you have a more refined palate. What are your go-to drinks whenever you're just chilling? Not if you're trying to get crunk. If you're just chilling.
Natty Light.
Oh, shut up. Where's Britt Stevens? Britt Stevens, I want to see in the comments section. You validate that he drinks natty lights.
He doesn't want to admit that he casually drinks Smirnoff ices.
Oh, dude, I love good ice, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Ice me, baby.
Listen, I will say that my palate has gotten, when it comes to that, like, I will drink that stuff if it's in front of me. I'm not going to turn it down. You know, in high school, you're like, I'm not drinking that. I'm a man, you know? Now I'm like, if I got it in front of me, I'm going to drink it. And I'm not going to feel any way about it.
No.
I'm a big Knob Creek guy. I like Knob Creek. I like the maple bourbon. That's probably my favorite. And actually, one of my buddies just got me I forget what brand it was, but it's a apple whiskey. Really good.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm a whiskey guy. Whiskey or bourbon.
I think right now
whiskey drinks. I really like Manhattans.
I've been drinking a lot of like hard ciders if I drink at all.
Oh, guys, I can't do that. I had a bad experience.
Britt says
it's ma'am.
Britt Stevens says it isn't much better that he is currently sipping barefoot wine.
Yeah.
Boone's Farm, 40 hands.
Oh my gosh, Boone's Farm. Bad decisions in the past.
And my glass. I don't know if you can read it. It says Big Daddy.
Does it say Big Daddy?
Big Daddy glass. Oh, that's amazing.
That cup is as intimidating as your cat.
Oh.
She's a pug. Yeah, I have nothing else after that.
That's hilarious. I don't even.
Yeah, she's fat, out of shape. Not a good guard dog.
That's too funny though. Yeah, I don't know. My palate's definitely. I can't drink hard liquor anymore. I can't drink anything real. Like if it has a lot of alcohol content, it just doesn't. I mean, I'm 30, man. I'm an old man, you know. So you guys are still young. So give it a couple years. But I think we're going to get into some sports here, and I think we're going to go into the NFL.
Oh, do we talk about sports on this podcast now?
No, it's not called Sports and Stitches.
How did that happen?
You know.
I thought we were just called Stitches now.
I thought we were here to just talk about alcohol.
Hey, we can do it. I mean, I'm sure we could probably make 2 or 3 episodes out of just alcohol alone. But you know,
the drunk stories.
No, we won't get into that. This has to stay a drug-free podcast. But no munchie talk. All right, so we're going to get into the playoffs. I just want to start this off by saying I was the only person to get the fact that the Rams were moving forward to the Super Bowl right. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm done. That's all I have to say. Drop the metaphorical mic.
They didn't earn it. You know that they didn't earn it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They didn't earn it.
I was right.
They were given a present.
I was right. You guys were wrong.
For all the wrong reasons. You were right for all the wrong reasons.
Winner.
I have been playing and watching football for almost 20 years. Like 20 solid years. I coached this last year. I have never seen a more blatantly missed call.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you know it's bad when the league comes out and they're like, yeah, they could have got him for 4 penalties. 4 penalties on one missed call.
You know what? Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
So
that was a drive killer.
So that was inside the 5, right? That was the 4-yard line. So
you get that penalty. You run the ball.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that the Saints don't score there. Everybody always says, "Well, hey, you don't know if they'll score. You don't know that." The Saints are scoring.
There is a 99% chance.
The Saints are scoring inside the 5, right?
Like,
so
absurd.
I mean, here's my thing though, right? Absurd. So the Rams fans, and I have seen a lot of them come out and posting all this stuff, but the truth is that there were a lot of calls missed on the other side, too, that could be considered blatant. Now, were they as blatant as that one? Obviously not.
No,
but
they weren't.
There were 2 missed face mask calls that were pretty bad that led to there were drive killers. So I get what you're saying. And I do think
there's a misholding on every play, but not with less than a minute left in the game.
No.
That's way too important a moment. It's way too important a moment.
Well, whenever I saw that, what was his name, Watson, the tight end for the Saints, he was being interviewed, and he came out and he's like, listen, the refs are told to not make decisions not make calls that are going to alter the outcome of a game. Like late in the game, in a close game, they're taught to let you play football, right?
That's easy to do when you don't make any calls.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing is there's a difference between making a decision that is an iffy call, right? Like, hey, they both jumped in the air, there was contact, the defensive side made a little bit more contact than the offender.
You're talking hypothetically, right?
Right.
Because that's not at all what happened.
No. This was dude. I mean, trucking him 3 seconds before the ball got there. Like, you have to make that call. And then
it wasn't even a penalty. He just straight cheated.
He went to concussion protocol.
Hold on. The best part of it was there was 2 refs. You guys see the replay. There's 2 refs right there within a 5-yard vicinity. And after it happened, they both just looked at each other like, "Are you gonna call anything? No. You gonna call anything? No. All right, no penalty."
And here's the sketch thing about it too.
Bad.
4 of the 5 referees that were on the field all live in SoCal, all own homes in SoCal. Like, there's a legit concern that not just the Saints, but the entire players union is like, why are you going to allow, these referees that all have homes close to one of the teams playing to make the call? And both of the refs, both from SoCal. Like, I don't get how you missed that call.
Yeah.
Like, you could have thrown the flag and made up a penalty on the fly, and he probably would have been guilty of it. But
yeah,
you missed it. And
it was just crazy.
Well, just to rub salt on the moon, the NFL turns around, reviews the play, and they fine him $25,000 for helmet to helmet.
Right? No penalty. No penalty, but hey, we'll fine you anyway. The NFL made a bad decision there. They should not have penalized him, because immediately after they penalized him, they're saying, all right, we screwed up. Like, that should have been a call. We cost the Saints a Super Bowl. appearance because they probably weren't going to beat the Patriots, but at the end of the day, it cost them an appearance.
It cost me $550.
Oh,
he lost his Survivor League.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
I would have been able to take the Pats in the Super Bowl.
Man, that
sucks.
Yeah.
Nate Steller said, "I didn't know there was such a thing as Rams fans. Even in LA, they don't exist." That is a very solid point. But you know how many Rams fans there are going to be after the season if somehow they win the Super Bowl? Dude, you're going to have bandwagon fans coming out to be. There's going to be Gurley jerseys everywhere, Goff jerseys everywhere, Aaron Donald jerseys everywhere. It's going to be absolutely insane. If somehow, which they won't, I'm calling it right now, by the way, Patriots are winning the Super Bowl. But
I agree.
If the Rams somehow come out,
everybody else.
I mean, and they win. You know what's crazy, though, is I thought, hey, listen, they're going to win the Super Bowl, but it's going to be Tom Brady's last year. But he just came out and has been saying he said, how much of a chance is there that you are going to retire after this year? He said, big old 0% chance I retire. He said, I am playing till I'm 45. That is my goal.
Nope. I just feel like he's playing to retire right now. I feel like he's lying. I feel like after some soul searching, he's going to retire.
I mean, one thing that I've never seen Tom Brady do, though, is lie to media. Usually if he doesn't want to say, he just won't say anything. He'll beat around the question.
He smashed his cell phone to try to hide text messages during Deflategate.
True.
He lies to the media all the time.
That's true. I mean, if you believe in Deflategate, that is accurate. I will say that. I don't think that any, people can argue all they want, but I've played football with deflated balls that were very flat and balls that were so hard they break your finger if you catch them. And I mean, football is still football, so whatever. But
there was no losing that game. They won like 42-3, didn't they?
Right. Yeah. It was a blowout. If they won by a field goal, like by less than 3 points, maybe. But what do you guys think about I obviously had the Chiefs beating the Patriots. That was my big no. But their offense didn't do anything in the entire first half of that game. Nothing. Mahomes looked like a high school quarterback in the first half of the game. And then all of a sudden he came out second half looking like Mahomes.
It was like his second play from scrimmage in the second half was a touchdown. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. It might have been the third play, but it was their very first drive, and I don't think they actually converted a first down. It was like their first 3 scripted plays came out and it was a touchdown. I was like, oh, it's going to be a game then, I guess.
Yeah. Boy, was it ever.
I was ready to bet the under on that game. The under was at 48.5, and I decided not to, and thank goodness. But going into halftime, I was like, they're definitely not going to hit it. This is going to be just a really slow burn. And then, holy crap. It was fun to watch, but Andy Reid doesn't win in the playoffs, guys.
I mean,
he can't Waffle House playbook.
I still think that if their team even stays the same, even if they don't add any more weapons at all, if their team stays the same, they're definitely making the playoffs again next year. I mean, they have a solid squad. They got rid of their defensive coordinator. If they can get a decent defensive coordinator in there, I mean, it's if they can fine tune that defense, that is a great team. That is a great team.
Yeah, they'll be even better when they pick up Le'Veon Bell.
I'm still going with Antonio Brown, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Either way. Either way, they're getting better. But I can just say, if they get Antonio Brown, I just don't know how you stop that offense at all. Like, there would be no way. Who are you guarding? Who are you double teaming?
It's going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, if they get Brown, it's going to open up the offense, but they need to buckle down on defense. Defense has almost always been Kansas City's thing. Yeah. And now it's not. Now you have a superstar quarterback with a great receiving core, a great back, Damian Williams, that he's proven that he can shoulder the load. sign D Ford, draft a good edge rusher, draft a good cornerback. They should have never let Marcus Peters go, as much as I don't like him. But I don't know. I think Kansas City, I picked them. I really thought this was a team that Andy Reid was going to take, and turn the corner. But yeah, I don't know. I do think Mahomes is the future.
Oh, definitely. Who would you rather have on your team? Just if you could choose Mahomes or Baker Mayfield for the future, who are you choosing?
Not Kirk
Baker
Cousins.
Mayfield.
So you're taking
Mayfield every time.
You're taking Bake over Mahomes for the future of your team.
Yes.
Oh, that's tough.
So I think
I'm taking Mahomes.
Here's the thing. I actually think they both have the same amount of longevity in the league.
Oh, we'll be right back. Technical difficulties, guys. Be right back. Don't leave.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's kind of Mahomes. I mean, he goes out, he throws 50 touchdowns, but Baker just has that kind of thing where you can just tell he's a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I would. Baker Mayfield is a leader of men, but I don't know if you can I don't know if you can choose him over Pat Mahomes, only because of the arm angles, the ability to. I mean, they both have the ability to get out of the pocket, and they both have a lot of arm strength. But I think just what Mahomes brings, his ability to make those things happen outside of the pocket, just puts him a little bit over Baker Mayfield. In my opinion, I'd be perfectly fine with either one of them. I mean, 100%. But let's add one more: Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes, or Deshaun Watson as the future.
You probably should have just left Watson out.
Oh man, my only thing with Watson is just the mobility, the dual threat. You
said he plays for the Texans, and you wanted to shill for him.
No. I mean, for real. I mean, because I could throw Lamar Jackson there, but I think in 2 or 3 years, Lamar Jackson really
doesn't play for the Texans, and he's probably not going to play for the Texans.
No, he won't.
So he's out.
He could come and be the backup, but no, I don't know. I like Watson. Obviously, he plays for the Texans, but I still think he's a great quarterback. He's a great leader. He's got great arm strength, mobile outside the pocket, but even out of all three, I'm still taking Pat Mahomes. I don't think there's any way that I'm picking anybody else over Pat Mahomes. I would honestly take Bake over Deshaun as well. But I just had to throw some Homer stuff out there. Mike and Bobby Alexander.
Kirk Cousins to the mix.
No, he's like, who wants Kirk Cousins? All right, so Mike and Bobby Alexander shouldn't even be a Super Bowl this year. Bad calls in both games. Really, you see the roughing the passer. WTH, I think his hand hit him. Oh, the hands to the face. That was one of the worst calls I'd ever seen. Nate Steller said they hired Spagnuolo as a defensive coordinator, I believe. Oh, I didn't see that. I've been super busy since like Friday, so I didn't see that. Mike and Bobby Alexander, Brown is staying. Come on, Brown's not staying. Brown is not staying in Pittsburgh. He's already gone.
He's not. He's
when you put on your Twitter "open for business,"
yeah,
you gone.
Yeah,
you gone.
Yeah,
you gone.
And the fact that he's been talking to Terrell Owens and asking him 1,000 questions about the West Coast and California and all that stuff, and the fact that the GOAT Jerry Rice is like trying to recruit him. I mean, I don't know if he ends up on the West Coast, but I definitely think he's going from Pittsburgh. And Nate says Baker over Patty. He's drinking that Boone's Farm, isn't he?
Wait and see. Just wait and see. Man. Y'all hated on Baker during the draft too.
Who hated? Hold on.
You won that one.
Who
won that
always underestimated?
I don't. Who hated on Baker? I think that some of you guys said Baker's not going to be the greatest. I think the only one that may have hated on him was Antoine. Because I believed in Baker. I liked Baker coming out of college. You were the biggest, I think, Baker enthusiast out of the group. But I don't think, Brandon, I don't think that you were like anti-Baker. You were just like, you know, he could succeed, he could not.
Yeah, I was like not number one overall, but I was like definitely top 10.
And I think everybody agreed except for Jordan that we didn't think that he was going to have a fantastic year this year because none of us thought that he was going to start until halfway to the end of the season. Jordan, you were right. I think you said 3 games in. You called it like the exact
week.
That's
right, exactly.
Don't tell him that.
You guys
you never let him know when he's right.
Did you guys see that McCourty said he may retire if Pats win the Super Bowl?
Oh, it's like his 5th ring. I mean, I would.
Yeah, I'd call it a day.
Well, do you see, like, it's so good to see Gronk so focused to where he asked a reporter yesterday, what's going on at the college campus tonight? Pats by 40. Fuck it.
Pats by a billion.
So I think Gronk balls out this week or this during the Super Bowl. I guess it is this week. I definitely think that he balls out, and I don't think there's any stopping the Patriots. They made the playoffs, and they were like, listen, we got here, we played like crap all season, but we're going to show up and we're going to show who we are. And
well, it's not even they played like crap. They went 12-4.
Yeah, but
the Patriots.
Yeah, but I mean, if you watch them, when you watch their games, you're like, this is not the typical Patriots team. Like I didn't watch.
Won by 2 touchdowns.
No, I think most of their games, I think this year were within one or maybe 2 scores. You know, I don't think that none of their games were real blowouts. Well, I can't say none, but most of their games, you're like, all right, this isn't the same team as last year. They can be beat, and then they ended up making it to the Super Bowl again. So you know,
I was really torn on who to pull for because I don't like the Patriots at all. And then Nickel Roby came out. Keep in mind, this is the dude that absolutely should have been penalized for like 8 different things. Came out and said, I think age has taken a toll on Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
I am about to buy a Tom Brady jersey just to watch him shred Marcus Peters, his bowl of gumbo, Aqib Talib, his chain ripping, just Bradley Roby, just shred. Like, I can't pull for the Rams anymore because they got there on a bad call. And
the guy who made the hit is the one talking all the crap.
Yeah.
He's like, what was his exact quote? Something like, sometimes we just got to lay the hit, you know, if we don't want them to catch the pass.
Yeah, like, something that's like sometimes it's better hitting the person than them catching it and going for a touchdown.
And you can say that and you can feel that way, but not right now. Like, wait till after the season. Like, you literally just taunted the Saints from a missed call. Like, you should have lost that game.
Yeah, and if there's one fan base to not get mad or to, like, not poke the bear, it's drunk Louisiana people. Don't do it.
Who dat? Is that your cat?
Yeah, that's Nitro. He literally broke into the room.
I was going to say,
the door was shut.
Did he get in the door?
He threw himself.
Let me see his face. Let me see his face. Put his face on up here.
I can't really see.
Oh, what a cutie!
Can you see him?
What a cutie! He's got them killer eyes. Like,
yeah, he wants to be on the computer. That's where he wants to be.
That's awesome.
So he's chill now.
Nate says, I'm a Baker fan big time, but apples to apples, Mahomes has a better future in my opinion. P.S. Cousins led my fantasy squad to the bronze this year.
Congratulations. He couldn't lead the Vikings to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, check out our last episode. You'll see how I feel about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. When you drop the F-bomb.
Yeah, I dropped her.
Dropping the F-bomb on the podcast. By the way, that episode got like half the views because it was rated mature because you dropped the F-bomb. And I was too lazy to edit it out.
Yeah.
Wait, guys. Shouldn't we talk about the All-Star game?
Hold on.
The Pro Bowl?
So,
excuse me.
I was actually going to ask, rate by show of hands, who thinks they should just get rid of the Pro Bowl? It's the biggest waste of time. I will say I enjoy the skills showdown, not as much as I used to. You remember back in the day when they had the skills showdown and they had like how far can you throw the ball, like quarterbacks out there just wailing the ball like 80 yards. Michael Vick came out like 90, 95 yards down the field. The accuracy competition, the speed challenges, like the legitimate stuff. Like I like that. And even this year, it was somewhat entertaining. But as soon as that game came on, I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like,
atrocity.
Guys, I didn't watch any of it.
This is not football. I don't know what this is.
It's worthless. It's the participation bowl.
It is ridiculous.
What is it?
What happened?
What happened
to the day of like 4th and 1, fake punt, Sean Taylor killing him?
Oh my gosh,
like,
dude! Do you know how big of a fine that he would have got? How big of a fine that he would have got if that happened?
They probably would have kicked him out.
Oh, was it Brian Moorman? Brian Moorman,
yeah,
the one who got hit.
Yeah.
The punter out of Buffalo.
Best thing ever though. He jumped. He laid there for like 5 seconds. Was like, what just happened? And then jumped to his feet whenever it was like, good hit, bro.
Like, like shook his hand and Sean Taylor's like, yeah.
It was like the best thing ever, you know? But no, I mean, and then, you know, Mike Evans playing safety and Jalen Ramsey playing wide receiver and Alvin Kamara getting a quarterback rush. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
come on. Like Taylor Lewan was on the right side when Alvin went in there, and after he went in, he made Taylor Lewan look like an idiot, right? Because he just like barely touched him, and he's like, "Well, I didn't know we were actually playing." Like, I just thought I was gonna come out here and just like give you one of these up under the shoulder pads, and you know you were gonna stop, but instead you just made me look. He was not. They did an interview after. He was not too happy at that whole situation.
Yeah, well, then let them freaking play football, right? Like, let them play actual football, or don't make them do it. Like, it can't make them money. Like, it can't. Nobody watches.
The skills competition should make them money. Like, the winner of each skills, they should go back to individual skills competitions, and the winner should win money. You know, but other than that, I turned it off about, I don't know, 10 minutes in. I think then I watched the highlights afterward.
It's like watching the dunk contest now. It's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the coolest things is I'm not a huge Tom Brady fan, but there's Brandon Spikes, former linebacker for the Patriots, came out and said, you know, about Jordan. I think we talked about this. Tom Brady back in, I think it was 2007, maybe 2008. It was like an AFC championship game, and the Patriots defense was kind of blowing the game. You know, the Pats offense was keeping them in. Tom Brady looked at Brandon Spikes and said, "Do you think I play this bleep word? Yeah, for Pro Bowls? No, I play it for rings. Get your bleep together." And he's made 11 Pro Bowls since. Hasn't played in a single one of them. He's got 5 Super Bowl rings.
So Nate Stuller agreed. Raised his hand, no Pro Bowl. Derek Smith says, I agree they should just keep the skills competition. The Pro Bowl is a complete waste of time. Nate said, is there any incentives for those guys to win the Pro Bowl? Put some stacks of Benjamins in the end zones and let them fight to I believe they win. Let them fight to the death if you want ratings. No, but I believe they do win what? I think it's 10,000 for each player in the winning team or something. No, 5,000. 5,000 each player in the winning team.
The Pro Bowl should be XFL rules.
Absolutely.
No, it should be NFL. It should be PlayStation 2 NFL Blitz rules.
Yeah, but nobody can actually jump that high.
Or catch on fire.
Or catch on fire.
I don't know. Tyreek Hill runs pretty fast. Nate says the skills competition winning players got 7,500 apiece. Yes. I mean,
there are they get contract incentives for making the Pro Bowl, but I don't think anything for actually playing in the game. Only the winners. Named.
No, they get the winning team. The winning team gets, I believe, it's $5,000 per player. Team.
What I was saying was that for individual players, there are contract incentives. They get bonuses, but I don't think they actually have to play in the game.
Mean, half of them, no, they don't have to. Half the guys go down there and they don't even play. If you notice, the same people, that's why like Mike Evans was playing defense. Half the people, like the guys, get there and they want to go down for the environment. Like Taylor Lewan was on the Pat McAfee show. And he was like, dude, I just came down to go to Disney World, to go to Universal Studios, and just chill out with my family. Like, he didn't even care, you know?
That's awesome.
He's like, he went to, 3 practices, and that was it. It was the best thing ever. But,
yeah, I guess it's cool for them, but the game it sucks for us.
Last thing I'll say about football is I am more excited about the Alliance of American Football League. Only because it's more football. I've been seeing it I've been following them on Instagram, all the stuff happening. No crazy name players, but the fact that I get to watch football in the off season when there would have been no football to watch, that makes me at least interested in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tune in, but
this is going to be a disaster.
I don't know.
The fact,
I still think they should bring back the XFL. The regular XFL.
Well, they are.
No. Like the real, the real XFL.
That would never. It would never survive. It's too many pansies in the world. But Nick.
Petting my cat.
Did you see that Nick Folk signed with the Alliance of American Football the same day that he was supposed to go and try out for the Chicago Bears? He signed with them before the tryout. He's officially
they missed another one.
He's officially with the Alliance of American Football, Nick Folk.
Man, that's gotta be a crappy special teams room.
Old Christian Hackenberg is playing for the AAF.
Is he a holder?
Holder of jock straps.
No, dude. He's going to be like Flutie. He's going to play a little while in a different league and then make his mark in the NFL.
All right, so...
glaring differences between Flutie and Hackenberg.
So we will go...
You say that now.
We'll move on to our last subject, and that is the NBA. And I think the two biggest talking points right now, obviously Anthony Davis requesting to be traded, and then all the Klay Thompson free agency rumors that there's a lot of stuff saying AD is going to end up in the lake with the Lakers, and that if the Warriors can't offer a max extension for Klay Thompson, that would be his number one team to go to in the offseason. What are your guys' thoughts?
I don't care. Break them all up. Let's have some parity in the league again. Let's let it be fun again. This was cool. It was a really cool run. It was nice to see greatness. Let's have some mediocre but interesting basketball once again.
It does kind of suck, and I'll agree with Jordan here because whenever I'm a Portland Trailblazer fan, so I've been on the bottom for a while, and it was cool to see Golden State kind of rise out of nowhere and come up, and kind of shock the world. And it was kind of cool to see Steph Curry out there, baggy jersey, hitting threes from 35 feet. And now it's getting kind of the point where they're all just too cocky. You know what I mean? And it's okay, Steph, you were doing this 5 years ago, and you were running away from contact. Now you're doing it and like trying to square people up, and it's like, Steph, that's not your game.
Oh, no.
You know, then you have DeMarcus Cousins, the most violent person in the NBA. You know, that dude would go to bat for a trash can.
Right.
And
the crazy thing about
who fought trash cans
the crazy thing on Mad Dog 2020, yeah. After drinking a bunch of Mad Dog 2020, I'll fight a trash can.
Yeah, it's like,
if that trash can looks at me the wrong way, it's game on.
Well, they get him in the offseason, and I think I was the one person that said that in the podcast. I said, it's over. He's a stretch five.
You did.
He fits it so well. And then sure enough, he comes back in. He's playing 14 minutes a night, averaging, I think, 10 points a game, 5 rebounds. But the offense, you can just tell they're sitting on second gear right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be unbeatable.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about Boogie Cousins is every single time he falls or goes down or gets fouled, you wonder, is he out for the rest of the season? Is he out for another 2 months? Like he took a little bit of contact in that game last night, and he laid on the ground. Everybody's like, oh, you know, it's like everybody's like, is he out? Is he done? You know, that for being such a big man and like an enforcer, he definitely has some weak bones in his body.
Yeah, but then he got up and probably fist fought a ref, or like it's just like he's not a
nice guy.
No.
How many people are excited? This is the last question that I have about the NBA. How many people are excited to watch Steph Curry, Seth Curry, and Dirk Nowitzki go at it in a 3-point competition? Well, is this hand up for real, Jordan?
Yes.
I'm disowning you.
It's going to be so good.
If by good you mean a blowout, then yes, I agree.
Who came up with
I don't even. How does James Harden not get invited to the 3-point competition this year?
Because he travels.
Over Dirk Nowitzki.
He's going to be traveling the entire All-Star break.
He can't shoot. He can't shoot the ball.
Listen,
traveling.
let's be real. I think in every single NBA game this year, there's been at least 15 or 20 travels that are not called. In every single
1,000.
game.
But James Harden does it every time he shoots.
Yeah.
Is
it traveling if he's not ever called on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it
still
it's
murder if you don't get caught, man.
There's a step back. There's a step back, and then there's a James Harden step back.
that Steph Curry tried to do during that one game.
Yeah,
you remember, was it like three weeks ago? He got called, and he's like 1-3. You know, like there's up to 1-3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So, do you guys have anything to add? Anything else you want to talk about?
Anthony Davis is going to go to the Lakers. They're going to trade away their young core, and then here in about 4 years, the Lakers are going to be just bottom feeders again.
So, my question: did you see that?
But LeBron, though.
Yeah, he's going to be gone in about 4 years.
Lonzo Ball, like they immediately felt, the Ball family immediately felt like he was the one that was going to be shipped. So they released that statement saying, "We don't mind being traded, but we don't want to go. We want a third-party team. We don't want to go somewhere that the point guard is already established. Like they don't want to go to New Orleans."
Yeah, just even hearing that,
Lonzo Ball should not suck.
Lonzo Ball does. Let's be fair. Lonzo Ball does not suck at every aspect of the game. He is a great feeder. He is a great assisting point guard. He's a great distributor. He is not
He's average and will have an average career.
But I'm saying for what he does, he's good. Oh yeah, I would too.
Every time.
I would take Ray John over him as well. I'm just saying,
32.
If you have a point guard that is not, distributing the ball very well, to bring in Lonzo, young, has a lot more years. If you have maybe like an elder statesman, it might not be a bad move. Nate says if the Lakers got AD, they would have to sell the farm for him, which in my opinion isn't much of a farm, but they would need an all-star shooting guard, and Clay is that answer. Clay, LeBron, and AD would give the Warriors a run for the West. Thoughts?
Warriors in 6.
Warriors in 6. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah, and by the way, how nice has this last year been to not hear about LeVar Ball?
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
It has been so nice to just get him off everything.
It would be nice to see AD against Boogie. You know, that would be kind of cool to see. Even though they won't play right up on each other, you know, one-on-one, but it would just be cool
would
to watch.
break him in 5 minutes.
I don't know, that brow's got like alternate universe strength.
AD is the softest post player in the NBA.
He's gonna summon, was it Mjolnir? How do you say it? Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir.
Yeah, is gonna, you know, that brow has the power to just bring stuff from alternate universes. Like, that's just a power of its own.
That brow has the power to go on the injured reserve for 3 weeks at a time, like 4 times throughout the season.
All right, so Jordan, do you have anything to add? Brandon?
No, we got nothing to add. Basketball is basketball. Oh, I'll come back for the Super Bowl, right? Should we make picks? Should we do predictions?
I mean, Pats are gonna. I think we all agree the Patriots are gonna win.
Pats are gonna win.
Pats. Yeah, Pats.
That's all. Okay, that wasn't even fun. Where's Antoine? You know he's got the Rams.
And I don't know, because he thought that the Cowboys were going to beat the Rams. So
yeah, but they didn't.
I don't think there's any way, unless Aaron Donald and the defense like step up to play the best football they possibly can, which I don't see happening. I don't see the Patriots losing.
The secondary talk smack. It's over.
It's too They poked the bear. They poked the bear. They've woken the sleeping giant.
It's like that Gandalf. There's events in motion that I cannot stop.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us in our second live podcast. Everybody who we had some questions, not very many answers, but we at least, you know, got to get involved a little bit. If you liked this forum, you know, back and forth video, let us know in the comments or send us a message or, you know, anywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Sports and Stitches is the handle. You can see in the bio if you want to buy any gear and rock it. You know, I'm the only one that ever bought any and rocked it. You know, my team just, you know, they're lacking. But if we can we can see Brandon's shirt here. You got some lobster love.
Chopstick barbell. Chopstick barbell.
My chai is made.
So we got
you guys want lobsters.
All right, so appreciate everybody who stopped in. Nate, thanks for stopping in. Good show. Appreciate it. Maybe we'll do this, I don't know, maybe once a month. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But check us out. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere you can find a podcast. See you guys later.
Bye.